back to my channel. My name is Darian and today we're going to be picking my June TBR. I feel like I say this at the beginning of every TBR video, but I cannot believe it's already June. That means the year is almost halfway over. It's crazy. Okay, let's not dwell on that. But June, as we all know, is a very exciting month because it is Pride Month and I am so excited. I love Pride Month, obviously. I mean, I love, you know, queerness all year round, but it's just so amazing to see so many people celebrate Pride during Pride Month. So I am very excited and I am really hoping to read as many queer books as possible this June. Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable! So in the month of June, I am participating sort of in 2 readathons. The first one is whateverthon, which is hosted by Maddie from Book Browsing Blog, and I will leave their announcement video linked down below because there is a lot going on in this readathon and it is kind of hard to explain, so I will definitely leave that announcement video linked down below. But basically there's just a lot of prompts and you can, as the name suggests, basically read whatever you want and you get points based on the certain prompts that you fulfill, and it is a competition. I'm on team Shelf Slayers. I can never say that, but if you are participating in the readathon, let me know what team you're on. It better be Shelf Slayers. We're gonna win. The team I was on last year, Middle Grade Monarchs, we won last year, so I think I am the reason. Obviously. So gonna be participating in that. Also, I am kind of co-hosting a readathon. It is very low-key, very chill. It is mainly just gonna take place on Instagram, but that is the pride-a-thon, and it was organized by Christine from the Roomies Digest, and we basically, well, I shouldn't say we, she made a bingo board with a bunch of different queer themed prompts. So throughout the month I'm just going to be trying to fill out that bingo board. I'll put the bingo board here that Christine made. It is beautiful. I love it. But yeah, so that is what I'm focusing on this month. Also, I'm going to continue trying to do the buzzword-a-thon. The word is all for June, and I already know like what book I want to read for that, so hopefully I can fit it into one of the prompts today, but if not, I'm still gonna read it for the buzzword-a-thon because I really want to read that book. So if you are new to my TBR videos, I pick what I'm going to read based on prompts that I get from my trusty prompt jar, and what I used to do is pick 5 prompts from the jar, but now since the beginning of this year, what I do is I look back at my TBR from the year before. So today I'll be looking at my June 2021 TBR, and I pick a book from that TBR that I have not read yet, and that book becomes my priority read for that month. And if I don't finish the book, then I get some sort of punishment. And last month we didn't get a priority book because I had read all the books somehow, so that was fun. But we'll see if we get one this month because I don't remember anything from my June TBR last year. Normally I can remember like at least a few books, but I have no recollection of anything I read last June, so it should be fun. So I get the priority read from last year's TBR, then I pick 4 prompts from my jar. Unless there's no priority read, then I pick 5. We get it? Okay, so we're gonna start with watching last year's TBR. I hope whatever book I get, it's queer. I would just love to read as many queer books as possible in the month of June. So let's take a look. Oh, I forgot last June was the Studio Ghibli readathon. I missed that readathon. That was so much fun. Just watching an ad. Gotta get that coin, you know. Anyone else get the Notion ad all the time? Okay, prompt 1. So prompt number 1. Please be nice. Oh no. Not this again. Okay, the prompt is to read a book that you've owned for over 3 years. I'm going to try to reread Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. That's so funny. So I have reread that recently. I read it in April for the Shadowhunters read-along. That would be really funny if that was the book we were supposed to read this month and that could be my priority read, but I've already reread it, so alas. Please be nicer to me. Prompt number 2. Oh. Okay. Prompt number 2 is to use a random number generator to pick a book. I do love this prompt, so I don't remember. Oh my god, this is so perfect. So the reason I was excited is because that was for the secret TBR video I was doing, which was the booktube showdown video, which I have not forgotten about. I know I need to do part 2. Don't ask me about it. But I have read when no one is watching. I didn't read it last June. I did read it in August, I think, but I have read it, so we did it. We did it, boys. Okay, prompt number 3. The prompt is to read a nonfiction. Okay, so the book that I want to read for this prompt, which is also perfect for Pride Month, but that is Ace, or What Asexuality Reveals. Okay, well obviously I did read it. I love that book. It's probably my favorite nonfiction, and one of the prompts on the pride-a-thon bingo board is to read an Ace nonfiction book, and this was basically the book. This is basically us trying to push Ace onto people, but if you haven't read that book, I highly recommend. It is amazing, show-stopping, wonderful, never been done before, but yes, I have read it. Prompt number 4. I have no memory of writing this down. Okay, so the prompt, I don't know. The prompt is to look at dictionary.com's word of the day and read a book that reminds you of that word. What? The word of the day is palaver? Palaver. It's a noun. It means profuse and idle talk, chatter. And that is One Last Stop by Kasey. This is the same author who wrote I had a feeling it was One Last Stop. I have read that, unfortunately. I did not like that book, but I have read it. So wow, look at us. I think there's only one prompt left and I've read all these books. Also, I kind of feel like I remember what the last book is. Okay, the prompt is to... So the book I'm choosing for this prompt is The Weight of Stars by K. Ancram. Wow, and that was it, right? Okay, well there we go. I have read The Weight of the Stars, I think. I have read that book, and I think I did even read it last June, so go me. I love that book, by the way. It's a great book. If you want a queer recommendation for Pride Month, that's a great book to read. So once again, I have read all the books that were on my TBR last year. So that means I get to pick 5 prompts from the prompt jar, and there's no priority read for this month, which is wonderful. No stress. No stress for Pride Month. But the prompts might be stressful. So as always, there are some books that I have to read this month for the Whiners, for the Shadowhunters read along, and also I am a guest host for another book club this month, so I have to read that book as well. So there's already 3 books that I need to read this month, so if I can fit those into the prompts, that's great. But I did put aside a bunch of queer books that I am interested in reading soon, and I'm gonna try to fit those into these prompts as well. We'll just see. We all know how the prompt jar goes. Often it's not nice to me, so we'll see. So enough blabbering. Here's the first prompt for June. Okay. Oh, I turn it over. I see the first word of the prompt and it says use. If it's a random number generator, I swear to God. Okay, ready? Yup. Use a random number generator to pick a prompt, pick a book. What are the odds that I get this in the same month, a year apart? I don't know. Okay, so I believe I am screen recording. So in my want to read shelf, I have 732 books. So let's do random number generator 1 and 732. That's what I said, right? Yes. So my want to read shelf, it's not every book I own. I have 2 separate shelves on Goodreads for the books I own because I have a TBR own shelf and a Kindle TBR shelf. So let's just hope whatever I get is one of those books. If I know I can get it easily from my library, then I'll go with it. But if it's a book that I don't own that I'm not sure if my library has, I'll just pick another number. Okay? I just am hoping for a queer book. Or miraculously something that I need to read. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Generate 274. Go down. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. 2. Also, a lot of the books in my want to read shelf I probably don't even want to read anymore. Oh, I'm scared. 274, right? Yes. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, oh, oh. Oh my god, I'm scared. 73. Oh no. But still. But I'm pretty sure this is queer, I think. Are you queer? Maybe you're not. Oh, I thought you were. Alright, well. I mean, I do obviously want to read this book, but I did not have any plans to read it this June. And I thought it was queer, but it's not shelved as LGBT or queer or anything on Goodreads. So if you have read this book, let me know. But anyways, the name of the book, I should probably say, is The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin, which I do have on my Kindle. This is like high fantasy, I'm pretty sure. This is like adult high fantasy. I mean, I've heard great things about it, and I have been wanting to read from N.K. Jemisin for a long time. I do have the 5th season, but that's not what Goodreads wanted for me. She wanted 100,000 Kingdoms. I don't even know what this book is about. Actually, let me read a bit. Let's find out together, shall we? Okay, here we are. I won't read the whole thing. Oh, it's not too oh god, I don't know how to say this name. Okay, this is what it says. It says Yain or Yain Dar is an outcast from the barbarian north, but when her mother dies under mysterious circumstances, she is summoned to the majestic city of Sky. There, to her shock, Yain, if someone knows how to pronounce that, please let me know, is named an heiress to the king, but the throne of the 100,000 Kingdoms is not easily won, and Yain is thrust into a vicious power struggle. I guess we'll see. Oh my gosh. Okay, well apparently I am reading that in June. I thought it was longer than it was. It's only like 430 pages or something, so that's not too bad. I thought it was like over 600 pages. Okay. I'm just like in shock right now. Was not expecting that. But sure, let's go with that. Okay. I really do hope that book is queer. I know 5th season is queer, but I don't know about this one. So if you've read it, please let me know. But let's go with our second prompt. I'm like, my brain can't move on from this. Alexa, play Right Where You Left Me by Taylor Swift. Here is prompt number 2. We're off to it, and ooh, my mom wrote this prompt. I see her handwriting, so let's see what it says. Nature prompt. Read a book with a tree, plant, or flower on the cover. Tree, plant. Ooh, okay. That is definitely not a tree or a plant. No. Ooh, that's definitely a plant. I'll play it safe because this one definitely has a flower on it. So this is not one of the books I need to read this month, but it is queer, and it's a book I've been wanting to read for a long time. And it is one of the books that is part of part 2 of my booktube showdown video, if anyone remembers that video. And finally, this book does have ace rep, which is great. And I love reading about ace rep, obviously. So without further ado, that book is Summer Bird Blue by Akemi Dawn Bowman. I have read one Akemi Dawn Bowman before, but it was The Infinity Courts, which is sci-fi, and most of her books are YA contemporaries, so this will be my first of her YA contemporaries, and I am so excited about it. I think this is about a girl and she loses her sister. Yeah, so she is dealing with the grief of losing her sister. She's now living with her aunt. She makes friends with the boys next door. She loves music. I don't know, I have a feeling it's gonna make me cry. This cover is absolutely beautiful, and there's a flower. And obviously this is very nature, like there's a bird, there's 2 birds, waves, we get it. So also summer, and it's not technically summer, but in June it's the first day of summer, okay? So I think this is a perfect choice. So yay, okay, wow. We have one confirmed queer book on the TBR, that's good. Ooh, we're gonna go with this one. This one is tiny. She's a baby. Okay, prompt number 3 for June is... Oh, interesting. So the prompt is to read the first book that someone comments on this video. So I can't pick this. Interesting. Oh my god. Okay, so if you're watching the premiere right now, commenting on the premiere, I'm gonna say doesn't count. You have to comment on the actual video. So whoever comments first on this video, a book recommendation, I will link my want to read shelf in the description below. If you could please pick something I own either on my TBR own shelf or on my Kindle TBR shelf, that would be great. If it's queer, that would be great. I think I'm gonna go like, please don't comment something that you know I wouldn't like. Like, I think let's be reasonable here, okay? I'm not gonna read anything that like people comment as a joke. Like, don't comment like kissing the coronavirus or something. I'm not gonna read that. But the first realistic comment. Okay, but I am keeping an open mind. So I will keep an open mind. Something hopefully you think I would like, preferably something queer, preferably something I already own. Okay? So it's up to you guys. Whoever comments first, you go. Okay. Oh my god, maybe I should have given options, but I'll let you guys figure it out. That's scary. Alright. So I don't even know what book that is. Okay. Anyways, also obviously a book that I haven't read. Like if you comment a book, if the first comment is a book I have read, it won't count. I'm making up the rules as I go. Anyways, here's prompt number 4. So prompt number 4 is, ooh. Oh no. I just read through so many emotions. So The prompt is to read a book written before 2010. And then I thought I had an idea because I was like, oh, Clockwork Prince, because that's the book, spoiler alert, that's the book for the Shadowhunters read along in June. But Clockwork Angel was written in 2010, I think, so I highly doubt this will be before 2010 because it comes after, you know. Let's see. Okay, 2011. Damn it, that could have been perfect. Perfect. Okay. Wow, this TBR is really throwing me for a loop. Of course, the other books all the books I pulled out as options, none of them were before 2010. So let's go to my Goodreads shelf once again. All right, so obviously we have some classics. I don't know if I feel like reading a classic. Ooh. I have an idea, but it wouldn't be smart. I have an idea. I'm looking at it and I think I'm gonna pick it. This is a bold choice, but I do really want to start this series. And this book isn't too long. Like, some of the books later on in the series are very chunky, and there's a lot of books in this series. Do you know where I'm going? But this first book came out in the 90s. Do you know where I'm going? So the book I'm gonna pick is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I've been wanting to read Robin Hobb for a long time, and my brother recently gave me the first three, or the three books in the, what is this series called? The Realm of the, no, the Elder, what is this? Realm of the Elderling is the whole thing, right? Anyways, this first trilogy, I can't remember what it's called, but also Steph recently started this series and she's like flying through these books, and I just want to be I want to be in the know, you know? Like, these books are like a staple in the fantasy genre, so I really want to read them. All I know is this series is about a boy named Fitz, and he becomes an assassin's apprentice. That's all I really know. And I know these books make people cry, and people love Fitz but also hate him. I don't know if it's queer, but I think I've heard that later in the series there are like hints of queerness. Or is that wrong? Someone let me know. So 2 epic fantasies in June, apparently. But we're gonna read it. Also, I love these covers. They're just so nice to look at, so here we go, I guess. Okay, we're at the last prompt and I haven't gotten any of the books that I need to read. Well, unless someone who is nice comments a book I need to read, that would be great. So here's the last prompt. Okay, please let me pick something queer or something I have to read this month for this prompt, okay? Let's see, prompt number 5 for June. Okay, read a book that has every letter. I hate it here. Read a book that has every letter of your name in the title. And like, I only have 6 letters in my name, but one of them is D and one of them is Y, and those are not super common letters, I have learned. First, let's look at the books I have to read. Okay, there's no D, so no. There's no D, so no. There's no D, so no. Is there ooh, there's a D, and there has to be 2 A's, I assume. So D, A, R. There's no Y. I hate it. Okay, not this one. There's no D. There's no D. There's no D. There's no D. Cool. Wonderful. Love that for me. Yeah. Is there anything else? Oh. Oh. No. Ugh, I knew the D and the Y would mess me up. Okay, let's see. I'm so upset. I'm so upset right now. I'm so upset. Oh god. Oh, wait. D, A, is there a Y? No. Why would there be a Y? Why would there be a Y? Okay, okay. I want to cry. Wait, what about this one? Oh, wait. Oh, wait, what about this one? D, A, R, Y, A. Is there no N? There's no N. Of course. What is it? What is it? Is that me? Oh, sorry. What if there's nothing? I hate this so much. Okay. I did find one, and I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket in case I don't find another. Why is this like genuinely stressing me out? Now I found 2 options, but one of them is queer, so. Okay, I've made a decision once again. Not a book I thought I would be reading anytime soon, but it is queer and I've heard good things about it. I know Kasey loves this book, I think. I'm pretty sure she loves this book. And yeah. I feel so burnt out from filming this video because so many prompts made me have to use my brain. But the book I'm gonna go with is Darius the Great Is Not Okay. It's by Adib Khorram, and this is I think it's a contemporary, and it's about a boy named Darius, and I'm quite sure he's gay. I know it's queer in some way, but I'm pretty sure he's gay, and I know he's Persian, and I think it's about him dealing with not only his sexuality, but feeling like he doesn't belong wherever he goes. I think it's something like that. I mean, I've heard great things about it, so I'm not upset about not having to read the book, but I'm not as upset about reading this book. It's just that I didn't get I didn't get any of the books I have to read this month into this TBR, and there were some that I really wanted to read this month. I mean, I could just do what I want, I know, but I do like sticking to my TBRs. So that is the last book for the prompts, but let me show you the books I have to read this month and some books I would really like to get to, but I guess we'll have to see. So the 3 books I have to read this month. First is the book for the Winers Book Club, and that is Book of Night by Holly Black. This will be my very first Holly Black book, and I have not heard very many good things about this book. I know Manda has already read it and loved it, and she's the one who picked this book, so I'm glad that she liked it, but I have no idea what this is about. Let's just read the beginning of the blurb. It says, Charlie Hall has never found a lock she couldn't pick, a book she couldn't steal, or a bad decision she wouldn't make. She spent half her life working for glomists, magicians who manipulate shadows to peer into locked rooms, strangle people in their beds, or worse. Oh god. Glomists guard their secrets greedily, creating an underground economy of I can never say this word. Grimoires? Grimoires. And to rob their fellow magicians, they need Charlie Hall. Okay, that's all I'm gonna read, because I don't want to be spoiled for anything, but we're gonna read this book. It is, I have knocked the cover of this book. It is definitely prettier in person, in my opinion, but I'm honestly not very excited to read this. So, yay! Next, as I mentioned before, is Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, which is the next book we're reading for the Shadowhunters read-along. Now, there is a chance I won't even get to this in June because I haven't even started May's book, which was City of Fallen Angels, and I don't think Lisa and Kasey have started it either. So we'll see how that goes, but I am very excited for Clockwork Prince because I did love my reread of Clockwork Angel. So this is just the 2nd series in the Infernal Devices series. It takes place in the 1800s in London, and it's very fun. I love Will, Team Will all the way. Jim is not as bad as, I don't hate him as much as I used to, but I still, well, I don't even hate him. I like him as a person. I just don't like him for Tessa, okay? But anyways, come to our live shows to debate that if you want. This live show will be on my channel, so stay tuned for that. Follow us on Twitter. That's where we'll announce it, but first I have to read City of Fallen Angels. So that is honestly gonna be a book I read in June, probably, before I even read this. Wait, this is gonna be a month. And finally, I am so excited for this, but I am going to be a guest host for the Sugar and Spice Book Club, which is hosted by Manda, Lochlyn, and Sarah, and they are reading Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I got an ARC of this book through my work, I think back in like January or February, so this is an ARC copy, and I still haven't read it, but I guess it's good because I'm gonna pick it up now. I haven't read a book by Emily Henry, and I am very excited, and all I know it's about, I'm guessing these people are book lovers. I don't know, and it's a romance, so that's all I need to know, and I'm very excited, and this cover is very cute. I'm very excited to read it and talk about it with the gang, so stay tuned for that live show where I will be a guest, and it'll be a lot of fun. Now, I don't know if I'll get to these this month, obviously, because I have quite the TBR here, but I was really hoping to reread either Radio Silence or Loveless this month. These are 2 of my favorite YA contemporaries. I mean, Radio Silence is my favorite YA contemporary of all time, one of my favorite books, period, of all time. I just love this book so much and it means so much to me, and Loveless means a lot to me for other reasons. I mean, both of them have ace rep. This one obviously focuses more on the ace rep. I really wanted to reread at least one of these books, especially because one of the prompts for the Shelf Slayers team for whateverthon is to read a purple book, and these are both purple, and I really want to go through this and like replace these tabs because this doesn't look great. And I also would love to tab this one for the first time. So if I can fit one of these this month, That would be cool. So this is my TBR for the month, plus 100,000 Kingdoms or 100,000 Kingdoms plus Darius the Great is Not Okay. Was that it? What was the other? Oh, and plus whatever you guys pick for me. Hi, this is Editing Darian here. As per usual, I completely forgot to mention one book. I forgot to mention the book I am planning on reading for Buzzwordathon this month. That book is All Out, which is a short story collection edited by Sandra Mitchell, and it is all about queer stories, so I figured it would be perfect to read during Pride Month, and the buzzword for June is all, so it works perfectly. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. So let's just add that. Let's just add it to the list. Okay, let's go back. All right, goodbye. Oh God, please be nice, okay? Whoever picks the book, the other book, please be nice, because this is what I'm working with right now. I'm so stressed. Why is this stressing me out? Okay, well. Let me know what you're planning on reading in the month of June, or if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them. Let me know about the ones I wasn't sure about, if they are queer or not. And if you have any queer recommendations, please let me know, because I'm always looking for more queer books to read. But yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing Pride Month, because I am very excited. Make sure to read some Ace books, because I would just love for you to do that. Also, if you want some Pride recommendations, I think all the books on my favorites shelf, except for maybe Night of Cake and Puppets, but I think everything else is queer. So there you go. But yeah, that's it for me today. I'm gonna go take a nap. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another video soon. Bye!